Hello and welcome to another opportunity to attract the man of your dreams. Today I want to talk about something very important. Don't get me wrong, I always try to talk about something important. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes, I let you be the judge. But today's topic is about your standards and why your standards are so important, but also why standards mean something different than at least some of my coaching clients think what they mean. So today's topic is attract quality men by having quality standards. What does it mean to have quality standards? And what does it mean for a man to be a quality man that you want to attract? Let me ask you the following question. Would you rather date a man who has a 6-figure income, who's 6 feet tall, but who's a narcissist, who treats you disrespectfully, who causes you a lot of drama and trauma in your life, and who abandons you? Or would you want to date a man who's maybe 5'10", he makes $80,000 a month, a year, $80,000 a year, let's stick to this example. He makes $80,000 a year, so not 6 figures, but he treats you with kindness, respect, he loves you, he's devoted to you, and he would do everything for you. And on top of that, he's loyal to you. Which option do you choose? Having standards is incredibly important. I, for example, prefer to be alone than to be with someone who doesn't fulfill my expectations and my standards. I'm now blessed and very happy to be in a relationship with a woman who fulfills my standards. And again, by standards, I don't mean in the superficial physical sense. And don't get me wrong, I consider my girlfriend incredibly attractive. But other qualities are way more important for me, in the same way as some of my Skype coaching clients found out during the process of working with me, and when they then finally met the man who they ended up in a relationship with, that all these superficial standards don't really matter that much. But your standards when it comes to emotional connection, spiritual connection, and certain qualities that define a quality man are incredibly important. Because you want to attract quality men. You want to attract a high quality man. And in order to attract such a man, you need to have high quality standards. And you always believe and surrender to the standards that you set for yourself. If you have the standard that it's okay for you to be in a relationship just for the sake of being in a relationship, then you can't expect a fulfilling relationship, because your standard says, I will accept any guy and any relationship as long as I'm not alone. But if your standard is that a man who you enter a relationship with, that this man has to be devoted to you, that this man has to be loyal to you, that this man wants to be only with you, then you can fulfill this standard because you always believe and surrender to the standards that you set for yourself. And again, I don't talk about standards in a strictly physical sense. In fact, I do not believe that the high quality man or high quality partner that you want is defined by physical or superficial criteria. Like I said before, a lot of women who booked Skype coaching sessions with me, who initially had these lists of 6 figures, 6 feet tall, and who then met the man of their dreams, who fell in love with the man of their dreams. Suddenly, it didn't matter if they were 5'9", 5'10", or 6'3", it just didn't matter anymore. Or if they made $100,000 a month, or $60,000, or $40,000, it didn't matter anymore. I know that from so many coaching clients. And the same is of course also true for men. A lot of men say, oh, I want the bleach blonde Barbie doll who looks like a playmate. And then the woman they fall in love with is completely different. We often have, especially nowadays through social media, these completely unrealistic standards in our mind that have nothing to do with the real standards that we actually should have in mind, or let's better say that our heart wants. And today I want to talk about these standards that your heart wants, not the standard that you see on social media, not the standard that you see in Hollywood movies, but the standard that your heart wants. And this is the standard that you should incorporate in your life, in your mind, and that you should stick to. I want you to think about what really matters to you. What kind of man do you want to attract? And of course, don't get me wrong, physical attraction is important. But when I think about all the women who I've coached, I just know it. that when it comes to them meeting the right guy, and also when it comes to you meeting the right guy, and when you're in love with him, when he treats you with love, with empathy, with respect, suddenly these superficial qualities don't matter anymore. What really matters is how compassionate he is. What really matters is how much empathy he has. What really matters is how he treats you, how he treats others, and how respectful he is, how loyal he is to you, and how much he loves you, and also how emotionally available he is to express this love in an honest and authentic way. I invite you to think about your dating standards as quality assessment standards. Does this man have the qualities that I'm looking for in a partner? I mean, yes, you can ignore my advice and strictly go for superficial features, but then please don't complain when you attract a 6-foot narcissist who earns 6 figures and who turns your life into a living hell. I've coached women who've been in these relationships, who've gotten out of these relationships, and who try to get over these relationships, and who try to trust men again and date again after being in these relationships for way too long. I've coached women in these situations, and if you want to work with me, then I invite you to go to gethimkeephim.com/Skype or to click on the second link in the description, no matter if you want me to help you to make the right decision in your relationship, or if you want me to help you to get over a relationship, or if you want me to help you to find and to attract the man of your dreams. I'm here to help you. I'm happy to help you. But I'm also here to tell you the unfiltered truth. And the truth is that unless you have certain standards when it comes to how you are treated, how respectful a man is towards you, how loyal a man is to you, if you don't have these standards, you will accept any relationship and any circumstance. Think about the qualities that you want your future boyfriend to have. And if you're already in a relationship, think about the qualities that your current boyfriend or maybe even your husband has or doesn't have. Your standards define your outcome. I really want you to understand this, because your standards are responsible for the dating situation that you're in right now, and also for the past relationships that you had. I mean, I just have to think about myself. A couple of years ago, I had very low standards. And again, I don't mean this in a physical, superficial sense. I mean this in a sense of, as long as I'm in a relationship, I'm happy, no matter with who and no matter what the circumstance. Does that sound familiar? Well, I've been there. And as a result, because I didn't have any standards, I attracted partners who fulfilled my standards. And I was in relationships that were not really fulfilling, not really healthy, sometimes even toxic, but I stayed in them because I thought to myself, I don't want to be lonely. That's my standard. Nowadays, I'm very fulfilled and happy being with myself. And at the same time, I can be happy being in a relationship because I have standards for that relationship. And I have standards for that relationship because I learned to love myself. And I learned that it's better to be alone instead of being in a relationship that doesn't fulfill you and that doesn't make you happy. Unfortunately, a lot of people, and that's both true for men and for women, stay way too long in relationships because, well, they don't want to be lonely and because they don't have any standards. And nowadays that my standard is to only be in a relationship if certain criteria are fulfilled, if I'm treated with respect, if she's loyal to me, if she's committed to me, if she's devoted to me. Now I attracted this kind of relationship, and I want the same for you. I also want you to be in a relationship with a man who loves you, who's devoted to you, who's into you, who's loyal to you. And in fact, if you want to know how to make the man of your dreams devoted to you, then you can go to gethimkeephim.com/devoted and watch this video till the very end to find out more about the devotion sequence and how you can use it on your first date. In fact, how you can use it in your first interaction with the man who you want to date. And if you then decide to watch this video by going to gethimkeephim.com/devoted or by simply clicking on the link in the description, the first link in the description, the second link leads you to my coaching page, but the first link in the description, you then have the chance to invest in the devotion system, which is in my opinion, the best program for every woman who wants to know how to make a man devoted to you. But unless you have the standard for yourself that you are only in a relationship, or let's say you only start a relationship, you only enter a relationship, if this man is devoted to you, which of course you can help a little bit with that with the devotion sequence. But if you don't have that standard, if you just say, yeah, I'm gonna be in a relationship, yoo-hoo, no matter how he treats me, then this will be your result. Always remember that your standards define your dating life. What are your standards for yourself? What are your standards for a partner? What are your standards for a relationship? And are you willing to invest in yourself and to improve your dating life? Or do you have the standard for yourself that nothing will change anyway, I won't attract the man of my dreams anyway? If you believe that, if you truly believe that, and if you set this as a standard for yourself, then you won't do what's necessary in order to attract the man and the relationship that you really want. It all depends on your standards. And if you want me to help you to raise your standards, to also choose the right standards, and to then meet and attract the right guy, then you can go to gethimkeephim.com/Skype. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.